So we're talking today to John Drew, the CEO of Trade Center Management Associates, who runs the Ronald Reagan building here in DC. And Trade Center Management Associates has been such an awesome partner of Best Buddies. Normally our prom is in your atrium. It's in one or two of the ballrooms. It is across pretty much the whole campus. And you've also gone and walked the walk and hired one of our best buddies. We just love you guys and your partnership and are happy to welcome you to our virtual chat today. John, how are you doing?
Doing well. We're doing as well as could be expected during this time. So
I would mean to ask you, you've had such an upheaval like we all have, but you run events. You're in the events world. How have things been going and how are you pivoting at TCMA?
Well, I think, our team really has embraced the idea that, with disruption, you have the opportunity to change and kind of emerge as come out better than when you started. So on the event side, as you can imagine, there aren't events right now, except for maybe at people's houses. And there won't be until we get, guidance from city and federal officials. But what we're looking at is, how do we emerge from this? And I think it's going to be a combination of smaller events that have a virtual component. I do think people still want to meet. They have to meet. I think some charitable organizations, other people have to have events and get people together in some fashion. And I think that we as a building have been working for 2 months on how we emerge from this and offer a safe an inviting environment for people to have events again. So I think we're going to be leaner and meaner, I think, but I do think we're going to come out of it better than we were before. So we're looking forward to it.
And I think people don't get to hear this enough about what you all do. So we had the event scheduled in April, and then we talked to your team. We had to move it to June. But between that April and June time, there was all this conversation of everyone on our team is Safe Serve certified. We have taken all these precautions, and just up until the last minute of having to us make the decision together to go virtual, your team was just incredible and thinking about safety and thinking about the event and just thinking about so many things that we were not even thinking about, to be honest with you. So we just want to say thank you for that. And in our virtual prom, you all have been so supportive still. Why is it that Trade Center Management Associates and you and your team have gotten involved in Best Buddies?
First of all, to be honest, we should have gotten involved years ago. I have, and Tom, you know this, I have, personal history where my uncle had Down syndrome and basically helped, raise me, essentially. But as an organization, we don't just kind of host charitable events or sponsor them. We try to get engaged with our partners. And that's what we've done with Best Buddies. And, it's one thing to give some money or whatever to support a cause, which is still important, but it's another thing to basically walk the walk. And I've told you this, that, having Arjun, who works for us as part of our sales team, has been honestly a blessing to our team. He is part of the team. He absolutely plays a role, and it's helped transform our organization. So it's just, it's such a positive cause and a great thing to do. So I don't know. I mean, it's been, we're reaping the rewards of it versus the Best Buddies, I think. So.
And I think it goes both ways, because Arjun is our best buddy who you hired, is just so happy and loves his job. I know that, he works with many people on the team. But can you, from your experience as a CEO, can you explain what it's like to engage with Best Buddies and to bring somebody on, that whole process, as much as you know about it, to hire a buddy? Because it's so important and it's something that we work so hard to do well.
So Best Buddies was phenomenal. In terms of the onboarding process, preparing, I guess, Arjun to come into our company, preparing our company, and we have ongoing training with Best Buddies that still will happen again. It still happens in terms of our team, which was really important about teaching about inclusion and kind of what this cause means. So I will tell you, and I will tell us to any company, that Best Buddies made the process very rewarding and easy. I don't know how else to say it. I mean, the time that your team, that Best Buddies team puts in to getting companies kind of aware and prepared was phenomenal.
That's awesome. We love to hear that, because a lot of times, you have people who are in a position that they can hire somebody. They're, an HR manager, or they're a VP, or they're a CEO, and they're like, I don't really know what that looks like. And we can, on our side, say it all day long till we're blue in the face, but it's great to hear someone on your side of things as a CEO to talk about the process and how hiring a Best Buddy, how hiring Arjun has changed your culture and done all those important things. I'll say it again. I mean, the process was smooth and simple, and if anything, the ongoing training is a benefit to our company as a whole, regardless. So I would recommend it to any company. I would not hesitate to do that. We really appreciate that. So I wanted to let you know too, we're getting these numbers and all these things are going left, right, and center. Our auction is up. Our prom website is up, bestbuddiesprom.org. We readjusted our budget to be $150,000 is what we're trying to raise this year. We are just over $105,000, and we are just so excited as we're rolling on through. And so we're letting everyone know to go to bestbuddiesprom.org to check out the auction and to check out all the items, the ways you can donate. We're really telling everybody, because throughout this prom, right, someone might watch our interview here on LinkedIn or Facebook, or maybe they'll see a tweet or an Instagram. So we're just reminding everybody who's watching everywhere to go to the website. If you go down to my son's room right now, you'll see posters that I got from the auction of, signed. Yeah, you've been a prolific auctioneer, and even the things you didn't win, you did a very important auction job. You bid them up so that other people had to pay more. So we appreciate that. Again, Tommy, I promise. John Drew, I really appreciate your time. I just appreciate what an awesome advocate and supporter you are. There are a few and growing number of people in your position in this city and in this market who take a stand and walk the walk with us, and we cannot thank you enough. So we really appreciate all the ways that you and your family and the whole TCMA family support us and continue to be our true partners and true best buddies. So thank you. Thank you, Tommy. We look forward. We're going to continue for as long as we can to be a supporter. So thank you for everything you're doing as well. John Drew, the CEO of TCMA, one of our premier partners and our title sponsor of Best Buddies Prom, the virtual celebration. We've got so much more celebrating going on this week, too. We have that awesome acoustic concert with Todd Carey, the national recording artist, plus those founding Farmers Best Buddies boxes are still available to buy your dinner. We're going to have dinner and cocktails or mocktails, and we're going to watch the concert together. Plus, Friday night, DJ Nicola is hosting that student dance party, which is going to be awesome for all of our Best Buddies students to get involved with. We're going to do that on Zoom. And, of course, the auction. You can bid, or give us a donation and support any way you can. I've been telling everyone $1 million to $1, anywhere in between. We're happy with it. It'd be great if someone would participate in either of those levels and anywhere in between. We thank you so much for watching. And John and TCMA, thanks for being so supportive of Best Buddies Prom.